Yes, look at the proof here. Proof 1.3.8, theorem 1.3.8, the informal proof. Is it visible to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So we ended at this. We need to show that the set n cross n is denumerable, that is countable. So just look at here, what is written here. So as per discussion, we have seen that a set is said to be denumerable or countable or enumerable if there exists at least one bijective map from set of natural number to the given set. If we are able to show that, then that set is called said to be denumerable or countable. Or in other words, in layman term, we can say that if we can list every member of the set with the set of natural number, then that set is said to be countable. And to discard that a set is not countable, we will use the approach that we will assume that it is countable, and we will try to list it with the set of natural number, and we try to show that still there are elements which are left out. So that is the way which we will see later on in case of open interval 0, 1 and collection of all sequences found by two or more than two elements. I will show that they are not countable. But look at, there are two different approach. Here the first approach mentioned is that recall that n cross n consists of all orders or all ordered pairs Mn, where Mn belongs to n. We can enumerate these pairs as this 1 1, 1 2, 2 1. Now on what basis they are enumerating? Actually they want to show you that we know the successor of every element. We know the successor. They are defining in this way such that one can decide the successor. So in this way, one can list every member of the set of this Cartesian product n cross n. Now, how to do that? So one approach we will look that one, and second by defining a function. So look at this one. What they are saying? They are saying that we are enumerating in the order of increasing sum m plus n and by increasing m. This means let us see, obviously the members of n cross n will be 1 1, members of n cross n will be 1 1 1 2. You can list in this way 1 1 1 2 1 3 1 4, then 2 1 2 2 2 3 2 4. So this is the member of the Cartesian product of n cross n. Is it clear to you? Now we are trying to show that we can list every member of the set with the set of natural number. So let me list this element as 1 1 as 1, this one as 2, this 1 2 as 2, and this one as 3, again this one as 4. Now on what basis we are listing this, I will tell you. Suppose this one is your sixth element, 4 3 1 is your sixth element, this, and this one is your seventh, 8th, 9th, and so on. In fact, there will be more elements here. Sorry, this 1 4 will be 7, this one will be 8, this one will be 9, and this one will be 10, and so on. Just a minute. हाँ सर जी, अस्सलाम वालेकुम सर. हाँ जी सर. सर आप आ गए हैं क्या? अच्छा अच्छा सर, मैं ऑनलाइन क्लास ले रहा हूँ, मैं आ रहा हूँ थोड़ी देर में जी. हाँ जी जी जी. Okay. So they are trying to list. Look at, they are saying that what is claimed in book, that they are summing the elements in this order m plus n, all elements whose sum is same, m plus n, and with increasing m. Suppose the elements, let me denote this one as m and the second coordinate as n. So one can see that the sum here is 2, 1 plus 1 is 2. And after this, the increasing sum. So next sum will be 3, 2 plus 1 3, here 2 plus 1 3, and out of this they are looking m. M is 1, so they are listing first one as 2 and the second one as 3. Is it clear to you? Yes. The way they are listing. Am I audible to you? Just
Yes.
Yes, sir.
okay. Okay. There are some people still waiting in waiting room. Let me enter them. Yes. Is this PDF visible? ये आपको दिखाई दे रहा है PDF जो स्क्रीन शेयर कर रखा है?
Yes, sir.
आप अपने माइक को अनम्यूट कर सकते हैं, जब बोलना हो तो अनम्यूट कर लें और उसके बाद फिर म्यूट कर दें, क्योंकि so what I was saying that that one of the method that we need to show that we have the successor of every element. That one method is that n cross n is countable. One can write that here ordering is on the sum. Ordering means not ordering, you can turn better word here, listing. Look, I am writing that here listing is on the sum. Therefore we can get always successor of successor by looking at sum. By looking at their sum. For example, these two elements 1 2 and 2 1 has sum 3. So and out of them that element will be listed for first whose mth slot is less. So here we have 1, here we have 2, so 1 is less than 2, so we will list this one first. Similarly, in the third diagonal element, if you look at the third diagonal element, the first element is 1 3, second element is 2 2, and the third element is 3 1. Okay, so this 1 3 2 2 3 1. Now in the third diagonal, the first element is listed as 4, second element is listed as 5, and the second last element is listed as 6. So in this way we are listing every member of the n cross n. Is this clear?
Yes.
With the value of
Yes, sir.
increasing sum m plus n and increasing n. So this is one of the method. Now question is, what will be the map? So see, this is one of the method, but most of the people will say that we have sir, you told me that there exists at least one bijective map. So how to show that there exists at least one bijective map? So now question is, what will be the map? However, this proof is complete, but the second approach is what map we will choose for this one. And second is cardinality of n cross n. Is cardinality of this set n cross n is greater than cardinality of n? So these are the natural questions. So once we prove that n cross n is countable and is similar to n set of natural numbers, so its cardinality is going to be equal to cardinality of natural number, that is alif naught. Alif naught. So we will show that this is not possible. In fact, their cardinality is same. Okay. In fact, their cardinality is same. So we will discard it. Now the second approach is, there is a we will also use this one. This is the another method. I will use that. Suppose S is countable set, then the claim is that these three statements are equivalent. That is, there exists a surjection onto map from set of natural number to S. Whatever be the set, if this set is countable, then from set of natural number to that set, one can always, there always exists at least one onto map. The claim is that there always exists at least one onto map, and from set to set of natural number, there always exists at least one map, injective map. And all these are equivalent, because in we will see that in most of the cases it is not easy to define the bijective map. But looking at the rule of cardinality, one can compare the given set with this map and show that whether it is countable or not. So in that way, this definition will be very helpful. For example, so this proof, you first go through this proof, then I will discuss it. And let me discuss the first one first. Now, how to define the map? I think it's given on page number. Let me check. So the first part we have already done. My claim is that how we will, what will be the map if we want to do it with the help of map, how we will define that function. Yes, anyone? Let me check on which page it is given. कोई help करेगा? I mean, how you will define at least one map? First part is done. This part is clear. Now I want to do it by another method, by defining a map, because someone asked me yesterday in the previous class that how to define such map. I think in old book it is not given, maybe after finite and infinite set. Let me check whether it is given or not. Yes. Yes. So here what we will do that, if you look at, we will adopt the diagonal procedure. That diagonal procedure means the point Mn, actually this one is the old edition in which this proof is not mentioned, but in the new edition this is already given there. So what we will do that, I will define a map H from n cross n to n. I am going to define, I am following the this book of Bartlett. So in that it is mentioned that there exists a map from n cross n to set of natural number, and that map is defined by this one. That H of Mn is equal to m plus n minus 2 into m plus n minus 1 whole divided by 2 plus n. They are saying that this map is going to be 1 1 on 2, and it will map every element of n cross n with the help of natural number. Now question is how they determine this map. So look at this map. The point mth, so let me write its explanation. The point Mn, suppose you want to search any point, so that point lies in which diagonal element? This one is the first diagonal element, this one is the second diagonal, this one is the third diagonal, this one is fourth, and so on. So the claim is that the point Mn lies in the kth diagonal. Kth diagonal when k is equal to m plus n minus 1. And it is the mth point in the diagonal we move downward from left to right. For example, look at 3 2. Look at 3 2. Where is 3 2? 3 2 is this one, is it? So 3 2 is which element? By diagram it has been mapped to which element? Fourth diagonal. And it's, look, 3 2 is mapped in the fourth diagonal. Is it clear? Here this one is 3 2. So what is going on here? M is 3 and n is 2. So 3 plus 2 minus 1. So it is going to give you 4. So 3 2. So this will give you the number of diagonal in the exact diagonal in which the mth element is present. And what will be its position? See, we have allotted 3 2. We have labeled 3 2 as 9. Look, we have labeled 3 2 as 9. So how to get this ninth position? So first you have to count, because this 3 2 is present in the fourth diagonal. So before this there are 3 diagonals. In the first diagonal we have one element, In the second diagonal we have 2 element, and in the third diagonal we have 3 element. Is it clear? First diagonal we have 1 1. In second diagonal we have 1 2 and 2 1. So up to k minus 1th diagonal you need to sum all the members. Up to kth minus nth diagonal you need to sum all the members. So that will be done by 1 plus 2 plus 3. Okay. So up to third diagonal I have counted all the members. Then what we will do, that when we come to fourth diagonal, its first element is listed as 7. So this is 3 plus 2 plus 1 is 6. So the first element will be 7, 8, and this one is 9. So if we have the third element, look, if you add the mth, the value of m here, the value of m, that is 3. So we will get the exact number of exact map. So now in general, suppose an element is present in m plus n minus 1. This, first of all, you need to find the diagonal. So that diagonal can be the number of elements present up to m minus 1th diagonal will be this m plus n minus 1. Sum of n natural number is nn plus 1 by 2. So just you are using the same one. So we are doing it for m minus 1th element. So that will be m plus n minus 2, m plus n minus 1 divided by 2, and plus exactly we are adding the value of m here. So this is the way. So you can verify that this map is clearly 1 1 on 2. You can take it as home assignment. So this is one of the proof. This map, it's very easy to verify that this map is 1 1 on 2. Take h of m1 equal to h of m2 n2. This is also given in your book. The proof is also given in your book. So you can revise from there. But this is the way. Is it clear to you?
Yes sir.
समझ में आ गया? तो ये एक वे है. इस तरह से भी तो दोनों प्रूफ मैंने दो तरीके से बता दिया. The first one, that you can direct, for completion purpose, you can direct remember this technique, and this counting is very easy. That either you arrange all the elements in this in increasing sum and increasing value of m. So in this way you can argue that in this way one can list every element of the n cross n and no element is left out, so that set is going to be countable. Second way is that you can, by defining this map, one can show that the set is countable, because we have defined at least 1 1 1 onto map, with the help of which our set is this set is countable. Now in previous class I have already discussed, I have given you some idea about that set of rational number is countable, but that proof is not complete. So let me repeat that proof. Yeah, look at this proof. Actually, the proof of Q plus is very interesting. Sorry, the set of rational number. You cannot determine from n to q. From n to z, I have given you a bijective map. But here it's very interesting that from n to q, you cannot produce a bijective map. So what we will do, we will try to prove it by defining a surjection map and using this inequality. There are several proofs, but I am going to first explain what is given in your book. And then in completion class, I will tell you 2-3 other proofs of this result. So go through this result. Those 3 equivalent condition. Let me recall those 3 equivalent condition. I think it's, you can do it. Yes, this condition. That once you assume that a set is countable, then from set of natural number to that set, there always exists an onto map. There always exists an onto map. That is surjection. So, and these 2 statements are equivalent. So I am going to use this. Now read this proof. Actually, the problem is that here you cannot define bijective map, because the way they ordered this, you can see that 1 by 1 is 1, again 2 by 2 is 1. So all those elements, this is going to 1, this is going to 1. So there are, so this in this mapping, the mapping will not remain injective. So you cannot define 1 1 map here. One cannot define 1 1 map here. So this is why this result is important, that whenever a set is countable, one can define a map from N to set of Q. I mean that set, and onto map. So sometimes it's not possible to define a bijective map, but recall that if a map is onto, this means suppose we have element 1 2 3 4 here, and we have A and B here. So this is possible. Is this possible? This one is an onto map. So you can see that cardinality of B is less than equal to cardinality of A. Cardinality of A is greater than equal to cardinality of B. Cardinality of B is less than equal to cardinality of A. So if A is countable, then B has to be countable because its cardinality is less than cardinality of A. So I am going to use it here. Is it clear that why we cannot define an onto map? I mean, for this diagonal is mapping is not an onto, because 1 1 2 by 2. So image of some this 1 1 by 1, 2 by 2, all these are, they will map to the same element, so it will not remain a bijection, injective map. So what we will do, that with the help of this, we will the idea is that we already know that suppose Q plus is, suppose we already know that N cross N is countable. So this mapping is not injection, since the different fraction 1 by 2 and 2 by 4 represent the same rational number. So to proceed more formally, note that since N cross N is countable, we have just proved that N cross N is countable. So first of all, since this is countable set, so from N cross N to Q plus, first consider positive rationals, which send the ordered pair Mn, to the rational M by N, So this map, because N cross N is countable, so from any countable set to this Q plus, by looking at this map, which send the ordered pair Mn to M by N, this map is going to be surjectional, is not it? Because whatever elements we have in Q plus, its pre-image is there in N cross N. So I can say that this map is onto. And from N to, actually I need to prove that a map from N to Q is this, there will exist a map from N to Q. So first from N to N cross N, already we have done, and from N cross N, so we will take the composition. Actually this one is onto. I want to, and this from N to N cross N, this map already we have proved. This is onto as well as 1 1. Because N cross N is countable, so there always exists a map from N to N cross N. And from N cross N to Q plus, we have defined this map, which is clearly onto. So their composition is onto. So there exists at least one map from N to Q plus, which is going to be onto. So once this map is onto, the idea is that once you are able to show that this map is onto, it means cardinality of Q plus will be less than equal to cardinality of set of natural number. Cardinality of set of natural number is alif naught. So either Q plus is finite or countably infinite, but we know that Q plus is an infinite set, so it is going to be countably infinite. Is it clear? So similarly,
Yes, sir.
This we have done for Q plus. Similarly, one can define the same, in same way one can define for Q minus, the set of all negative rational numbers, that is also countable. And then by the result that Q minus union 0 union Q plus, this Q plus we have shown, and similarly by Q minus, this is again going to be countable. This one is going to be countable, and being finite it is countable. So countable union of countable set is countable. Okay.
Yes.
So this is the idea to do this. So that is written here. What I have said, that is written here. You can see. So the main idea is that it's not always easy to define a bijective map. There are several cases in which one cannot define bijective map, but with the help of onto map or with the help of 1-1 map, also one can prove its countability. And for that purpose, this map is very important. This result is very important, that whenever a set is this result, which I have discussed, those result which are equivalent. Don't remember where that result has gone. Yes, this one. Now look again at the statement of this question. The following statements are equivalent, that whenever a countable set is given, there always exists a surjection, at least one onto map from set of natural number to that set, and from set to natural number there always exists at least 1-1 map. So using this, we have done the proof of that Q is countable. Another is, we can also do it in some other way. कोई डाउट है किसी को?
नो सर.
ठीक है, तो ये मैंने हिंट दे दिया है, इसको आप किताब से रिवाइज कर लेंगे, क्योंकि एक्चुअल में कभी भी जैसे n क्रॉस n को आपको काउंटेबल दिखाना हो, तो अब जैसे होता है कि आप कहोगे कि वी कैन लिस्ट एवरी मेंबर ऑफ द सेट ऑफ n क्रॉस n with the set of natural number in that order of increasing sum of the indices mn and with the help of increasing m. But some people may argue with you that what are those maps, how will define map? So you can give this map which I have given to you. There are several other techniques, but two method I have because these things you are going to study in your set theory. So I'm not going to do all of them, just an idea how to do this. Even one can also, you know that I will, after doing this theorem, that there is another proof. Let me just give an idea of that one. This is complete, but Q cross Q can also be, can also be proved as, see, Q is defined as collection of all those P by Q, such that P belongs to set of integers and Q belongs to natural number. Just write this one. And GCD of PQ is one in standard form. So you can see that Q is subset of Z cross Z. It is not, if you look Q, then it is subset of Z cross Z. And we have proved this by choosing this map. I have already proved that that map -1 to the power n into box of n by 2. Just recall that map. We have proved that Z is countable, and Cartesian product of countable set is countable. And you know that every subset of countable set is countable. So by that logic, again you can say that Q is countable. Again one can say that Q is countable. So this is the third way you can proceed. कोई डाउट है तो आप पूछ सकते हैं. Now revise that, do this open, how to prove that open interval 0-1 is not countable. Do it, I will discuss tomorrow. Prove that open interval 0-1 is not countable, set of real number is not countable, collection of all sequences of 2 or more than 2 elements. This set S is equal to collection of all those sequences an, where an is equal to 0 or 1. Where an is equal to 0 or 1. I will prove tomorrow. We will discuss it that all those collection of sequences are not countable, or non-denumerable or non-enumerable. So the algo will be that we will assume that these sets are countable, and we will try to list every member of this set with the set of natural number, and we will try to show that there exists at least one member which is left out in that listing. So this is the way. I am going to stop today's class, and tomorrow I will try to be sharp at maybe at 8:30, around 8:30.